The galaxy had always been a place of delicate balance, where civilizations rose and fell like waves on an endless cosmic ocean. For millennia, humanity sat quietly on its blue-green speck of a planet, watching as empires clashed, traded, and conquered across the stars. The humans were newcomers to this grand stage, their presence barely registering in the annals of interstellar history. But that silence was about to shatter. It began with whispers, rumors carried by starships passing through Earth's solar system. The Zenari Collective, a coalition of insectoid species known for their ruthless efficiency, had declared Earth a resource zone. They claimed the planet's rare minerals and biological diversity were too valuable to remain unexploited. Diplomatic. Envoys arrived first, sleek ships descending into orbit with promises of prosperity. Their message was simple: submit to Zenari oversight or face the consequences. At first, humanity complied. After all, what choice did they have? The Zenari fleet loomed above them like gods judging ants, their technology centuries ahead of anything humanity could muster. Factories were repurposed, mining operations expanded, and entire ecosystems were stripped bare to feed the insatiable hunger of alien machines. Resistance was futile, or so it seemed. But resistance wasn't futile. It was simmering. Dr. Elena Vasquez stood at the edge of the excavation site, her arms crossed tightly over her chest. Her once pristine lab coat was now stained with dirt and ash, evidence of weeks spent working under impossible conditions. Around her, drones buzzed tirelessly, hauling chunks of earth away from the gaping wound in the ground. This was one of dozens of sites scattered across the globe, each one draining earth dry to satisfy the Zenari appetite. "They don't care about us," she muttered to herself, her voice barely audible over the din of machinery. "We're just another resource." Behind her, Captain Marcus Hale approached cautiously. A soldier turned reluctant overseer. He bore the weight of his role heavily. His uniform was wrinkled, his eyes bloodshot from sleepless nights. He didn't need to ask what she meant. They both knew the truth. Humanity had become cattle to be milked until there was nothing left. "Elena," Marcus said softly, placing a hand on her shoulder. "You can't keep pushing yourself like this. You'll burn out before what?" she snapped, turning to face him. "Before they decide we're no longer useful? Before they exterminate us like pests? Tell me, Marcus, when exactly does our patience pay off?" He didn't answer. There was no good response. For months, whispers of rebellion had spread among the workers. Underground networks formed, trading information and supplies in secret. Scientists like Elena devised contingency plans while soldiers like Marcus trained civilians in guerrilla tactics. But none of it mattered unless someone was willing to take the first step. That moment came sooner than anyone expected. The attack began without warning. One moment, the sky was clear. The next, streaks of fire rained down upon the excavation site. Explosions tore through the landscape, sending plumes of smoke billowing into the air. Workers scrambled for cover as Zenari drones descended, their mechanical limbs gleaming menacingly in the sunlight. "What the hell is happening?" Marcus shouted, pulling Elena behind a pile of rubble. "It's not us!" she yelled back, her heart pounding. "They're attacking their own operation!" As the chaos unfolded, a transmission crackled over the emergency channel. It was garbled at first, but then a voice emerged, calm, steady, and unmistakably human. "This is Commander Sarah Chen of the United Earth Defense Force. To all surviving personnel, the time has come. Today, we fight back." Marcus and Elena exchanged stunned looks. The UEDF was supposed to be a myth, a desperate hope conjured by those who refused to believe humanity was powerless. Yet here they were, striking back against the very forces that had oppressed them for so long. Commander Chen stood aboard the Aegis, a prototype warship hidden deep within Earth's asteroid belt. Its sleek design masked the true power beneath. Its hull, a fusion reactor capable of generating energy on a scale never seen before. Surrounding the Aegis was a ragtag fleet of converted freighters and scavenged vessels, each one crewed by volunteers ready to die for their home. "We've waited long enough," Chen said, addressing her crew. "The Zenari think we're weak, that we'll roll over and let them take everything. But they underestimated us. They underestimated humanity." On her command, the fleet surged forward, engaging the Zenari blockade surrounding Earth. Lasers flashed, missiles streaked, and explosions lit up the void between worlds. Despite being outnumbered and outgunned, the humans fought with a ferocity that shocked even their enemies. Meanwhile, on the surface, Marcus and Elena rallied the workers. Armed with makeshift weapons and sheer determination, they sabotaged Zenari. Equipment and freed prisoners held captive in labor camps. News of the uprising spread rapidly, igniting flames of defiance across the globe. The turning point came when Elena discovered something buried deep within the excavation site, a relic of ancient origin untouched by time. It was a crystalline structure pulsating with energy, unlike anything she'd ever seen. Though its purpose was unclear, one thing was certain. It held immense potential. "This could level the playing field," she told Marcus, her voice trembling with excitement. "If we can harness its power." Without hesitation, they transported the artifact to the nearest rebel stronghold. There, teams of scientists worked around the clock to integrate it into their existing technology. What emerged was a weapon unlike any other, a beam capable of disrupting Zenari shields and disabling their ships. When the modified weapon fired for the first time, the effect was catastrophic. Entire squadrons of Zenari vessels were obliterated in seconds, their advanced defenses rendered useless. Word of the breakthrough reached Commander Chen, who ordered the weapon deployed on the front lines. The final battle took place above Earth's atmosphere, where the remnants of the Zenari fleet gathered for a last stand. Outnumbered 10-1, the human forces charged headlong into the fray, their resolve unshakable. With the new weapon cutting through enemy ranks, the tide of the conflict shifted dramatically. In the end, it was Commander Chen herself who delivered the killing blow. Piloting the Aegis directly into the heart of the Zenari flagship, she activated the ship's self-destruct sequence, sacrificing herself to ensure victory. As the flagship exploded, taking countless Zenari lives with it, cheers erupted from the human fleet. News of Earth's triumph spread throughout the galaxy, reaching ears that had long dismissed humanity as insignificant. Other species watched in awe as the humans rebuilt their world, stronger and more united than ever before. The Zenari collective, humbled and broken, retreated to the farthest corners of space, vowing never to underestimate humanity again. And so the galaxy learned a lesson it would never forget. Humanity's patience was not a sign of weakness, but a prelude to unstoppable fury. When pushed too far, they would rise. Not as victims, but as conquerors. No species would ever forget the moment humanity's patience finally snapped.